LinkedIn hiring is broken. In fact, all our hiring processes are broken. It wasn't always like this. Back in the day, hiring was easy. Talent was just a text, email, or an in-person conversation away.
Hi Lavina, This is Kunal, your new software developer.
Hi, glad to have you here.
I'll just show him around the office. Come Kunal.
That is how a lot of hiring happens even today. Referrals. From startups to the biggest MNCs, if you know someone, you have a foot in. But what about the rest who are just starting out, who don't have a network yet, who may be skilled, who may be applying to thousands of job openings? Why can't they reach hirers like me? My name is Lavina Kamath, and here's the full disclosure. This video has been brought to you by the 01 network powered by Zerodha, which enables us to bring you thoroughly researched videos around careers, industries in India, and the evolving job market. LinkedIn as a platform has changed the modern hiring landscape forever. Remember the old days of job hunting? Back when you spent long hours having to craft the perfect cover letter to go with your resume, having to collect all your certificates and brushing up on the questions you thought you would be asked in an interview. Employers also had it no better because they received applications in so many formats. Some PDFs to some Word documents, some were printed and others were emailed. Each resume had its own structure, which made it a nightmare to compare candidates fairly. The process was inefficient on both ends, with countless hours spent on administrative tasks rather than meaningful evaluation. That is when LinkedIn emerged as the perfect solution to streamline the hiring process, promising to bridge the gap between job seekers and employers. It offered a standardized platform where candidates could showcase their skills and employers could find their ideal matches all in one place. By combining the social networking aspects of early social platforms like Orkut with the job board functionality of sites like Monster, LinkedIn revolutionized how people connected professionally and searched for job opportunities. But there was one thing that worked for the earlier manual process of applying to jobs. It was tedious, sure, but it required actual human effort. This was the way people looked for jobs back in the day. And in its early days, LinkedIn also tried to operate in much the same way. The only difference was that instead of a physical resume and cover letter, you used a digital one. And instead of an in-person interview, you had an online one. And the process worked well, with a lot of people finding their first job through LinkedIn. But all this changed when LinkedIn introduced the Easy Apply button. On paper, it was brilliant. You no longer had to manually fill in every box asking for your work history. One click only and your resume and all your details would be sent to the company. Pure, streamlined efficiency. And for a while, it actually worked as promised. In a market that favored candidates, this frictionless application process meant opportunities were a single click away. Companies were desperate for talent, and talent was obviously happy to oblige with minimal effort. And so, the Easy Apply button helped companies build their pipelines and helped candidates apply wider. But like any good tragedy, success bred excess. Why apply to 10 jobs when you could apply to hundreds, right? Why spend an hour crafting the perfect application when you could copy-paste your resume across half the Fortune 500? The numbers tell the story. Job postings that once received dozens of applications now routinely clock in hundreds. According to LinkedIn's own data, by the way, an average job post receives 200 to 300 applications, and that is just in the first few days. Some positions, on the other hand, attract thousands of hopeful candidates, creating a digital stampede that honestly would make Bangalore traffic look orderly. And just when you thought the situation could not get more dystopian, you have to deal with bots. This shift has completely changed the rules of the game for candidates and recruiters, And let me tell you, these rules are not always fair. We're now living in a world where algorithms are fighting algorithms and humans are caught in the crossfire. Today, most companies use ATS, which is an applicant tracker software to filter out the suitable candidates from the non-suitable ones. These systems were designed to make recruitment more efficient, but instead, they have actually created a form of corporate natural selection where survival depends not on your actual qualifications, but instead on your ability to speak the ATS language. In fact, more than 98% of Fortune 500 companies are using ATS tools like Workday, Taleo, and Greenhouse to process resumes. And if you have to get past these digital gatekeepers, then you have to stuff your resume with enough keywords to go through any search engine. Like, if you have experience with data analysis, you better also mention data analytics, data insights, probably even data-driven decision-making just to be safe. And even after doing all that, the ATS can still reject you because ATS softwares are known to just auto-reject candidates for no reason at all. And it's not all from the recruiter side only. Even on the candidate side, we're seeing the rise of application automation tools. These bots are submitting hundreds of applications faster than you can probably type synergistic team player. It's become an arms race where both the parties are trying each and every play in the book to maximize their chances of a favorable outcome, but often at the cost of the other party. And the result? Recruiters are drowning in a sea of applications, most of which are either optimized for machines instead of humans, generated by machines pretending to be humans, or both. And with services like LinkedIn Premium, you can see in real time how many profiles are competing against you and how many profiles applied before you. What you cannot see, sadly, are the number of profiles who are bots and the many profiles that are not qualified for the role. To combat the problems created by the easy apply button, both companies and candidates used various methods to come out on top. While companies continue to put in place more and more rigorous ATS systems, candidates like Aryan choose to stuff their resumes to get through ATS systems and chase after quick certifications from random courses to make themselves stand out among the sea of candidates. But in truth, none of this really works. And then there's also the big problem with assessing the companies and the candidates' cultural alignment. A poor cultural fit can decimate team productivity. One misaligned hire can have the impact of several bad decisions compounding. It's like adding a jazz drummer to a classical orchestra. Doesn't feel quite right. Yet somehow we've created a hiring system that is spectacularly ill-equipped to assess cultural alignment. How exactly does the ATS system measure passion or authenticity? Will an algorithm tell you whether someone's going to be a team player or a liability? Spoiler alert, it cannot. The result is a bizarre mismatch between what companies say they want and how they actually hire. Companies say they want creative problem solvers, out-of-the-box thinkers, and people who challenge the status quo, but instead, this is who their hiring process rewards: keyword stuffers, template followers, and system gamers. It's like trying to find an artist by measuring how many times they use the word creative in their resume. And even after this intense filtering and screening, the candidate will have to go through multiple rounds of assessments before finally meeting a real person. And even after all that, it still does not guarantee you being hired. And sometimes it could even be a ghost listing where the only objective with the company putting out the hiring requirement was to fill out the candidate pool for the future. In fact, a study by JobBite found that up to 65% of job postings on platforms like LinkedIn, they're ghost postings. It's a strategy designed to hedge companies against unpredictability, but it actually wastes the time and energy of job seekers. But it's not like the company is to be blamed either, because it's operating in a system where there's an abundance of choice, but they cannot trust most of the applications. So what we've ended up with is a hiring process that is deeply flawed on both sides. For candidates, it feels like shouting into a void with no idea if their application is being seen by a human or being tossed aside by an algorithm. And for recruiters, it's a constant struggle to sift through mountains of poorly targeted or bot-generated applications in search of that one perfect fit. The system is overwhelmed, misaligned, and frankly, exhausting for everybody involved. One of the best ways to seek employment is by being a part of an active community. And 100x engineers have created exactly that in the applied generative AI space. Their students come from companies like Google, Meta, Spotify, Walmart, Goldman Sachs, and more such top companies. It's a very premium community and you can be a part. If you're someone looking to build AI products and workflows, be it for marketing, development, sales, etc., look no further than 100x engineers. They have a 6-month-long flagship applied AI cohort with an active community of AI learners. Students from here have been placed at EY, LinkedIn, Nikhil Kamath, and even Yash Raj Films. The best part, because of an active community comprised of founders, senior executives, and employment seekers alike, hiring opportunities are plentiful if you're skilled enough. They do free live masterclasses on weekends where they teach you to build customer support agents, AI filmmaking breakdowns, etc. using AI workflows, and you can sign up for it by clicking the link in the description. Now back to the video. So how does one get a job through LinkedIn? Look, I know it can feel like the odds are stacked against you. Thousands of people applying for the same role as you, competing with bots and dealing with recruiters that are ghosting you. It is frustrating. But here's the thing, LinkedIn is not as hopeless as it may seem. In fact, for most people, it's their best shot at securing a job they feel qualified for, especially roles that you wouldn't land through traditional means. I know this because a lot of people I personally know, they got their big break through LinkedIn. The platform works. You just need to know how to use it. And let me be clear, it's not as easy as pushing a button. So number one, stop using the easy apply button. Let's talk about it. It's convenient, it saves time, but the harsh truth is when you use easy apply, you're actually throwing your application into a pile of hundreds and sometimes thousands of other applicants. And most of the time, it's not even a human that's going to review your application, it's an ATS bot. So instead, look for jobs that don't use easy apply or they have more friction in their process. These postings tend to attract fewer applicants, which means less competition for you. Plus, companies that create a more thoughtful application process, they're usually more serious about hiring. Be proactive and reach out directly. After you apply, also connect with someone from the company. Send them a personalized message on LinkedIn or even cold email them if needed. The key here is to keep your message simple, personalized and direct. Don't overthink it and definitely do not copy-paste a generic template from ChatGPT or the internet. It has to be personalized because recruiters and professionals can spot an automated message from a mile away. So be authentic and make sure your message sounds like you. Customize every resume you send. A generic resume will not even make the cut. Recruiters actually spend on average 7 seconds on a resume, and I know this. If they don't immediately see the skills they're looking for, you're out. So take the time to tailor your resume for every role you're applying to. Match the job description's keywords, but don't just stop there. You need to show impact. For example, instead of saying you manage social media accounts, say you increased follower growth for an account from let's say 10K to 60K within 30 days. Optimize and engage on LinkedIn. Think of your LinkedIn profile as your digital resume. Most recruiters will honestly check your profile out before reaching out to you, so make sure it works for you. Have a headline, which is not just your job title, it's your tagline. Use it to highlight what you bring to the table. For example, instead of software engineer, you can write software engineer building scalable AI solutions. Your bio or summary is your elevator pitch. Talk about your skills, what you solve, what drives you, but make it personal and authentic. Avoid generic language that sounds like a bot wrote it for you. Skills and endorsements. Recruiters filter by skills, so make sure your top ones are listed. If you're in marketing, for instance, SEO, content strategy, Google Analytics, etc. should all be there. Portfolio. Include links to projects and presentations in your work so your portfolio and work can speak for itself. And here's a secret. LinkedIn rewards active users. The more you engage by posting, commenting, or sharing your thoughts, the more visible you become. And this increases the chances of a recruiter potentially finding your profile. Network, network, network. Your network is your biggest asset, so don't underestimate its power. Let people know you're looking for opportunities and be specific about what you're looking for. Start with informal conversations, reach out to former colleagues, alumni from your school maybe, or professionals in your field, and don't be afraid to ask for advice, not a job. Trust me, people are far more likely to help if you approach them with curiosity and respect instead of outright asking for favors. And remember, referrals are gold. They make you 4 to 10 times more likely to get an interview in a company. So once you've built some rapport, don't hesitate to ask folks for a referral if the opportunity feels right. And lastly, a message for recruiters and LinkedIn. If you're a recruiter, please communicate with candidates. Whether it's a rejection or an update on timelines, letting applicants know where they stand goes a long way and eases out a lot of their anxiety. Candidates really appreciate honesty even if the news is not good. And for platforms like LinkedIn, it's time to step up. Please flag accounts that are bots, discourage companies from posting fake job listings just to build their pipelines, and make the process more transparent. Candidates and recruiters alike deserve a better system, and platforms like LinkedIn have the power to lead this change. And here's the bottom line for you. Getting a job on LinkedIn is not about hitting easy apply 100 times. It's about being strategic, being proactive, and showing recruiters why you are the candidate they cannot afford to miss. LinkedIn is just a tool, but it's a powerful one if you use it right. The effort you put into customizing your applications, building your profile, and engaging with your network will always pay off. And with that, we've reached the end of this video. Let us know if this was helpful, and I wish you all the best to land the job that you're looking for.